Welcome back, everybody. This is my 60-second update video where I go back to 10 past product reviews from about a year ago and let you know what happened after my review was over. Did I donate them? Did I give them away? Or did they end up in the boneyard? The reviews covered in this update are numbers 611 through 620, October through December of 2024. Without further delay, let's get right to update number 62. Number 611 is a good one. It was the Ninja Crispi, a glass air fryer that was going around last year and is still popular. I reviewed it when it first came out, and here's how my test went. Let's take a look at the Ninja Crispi now. Now what they claim is this is the power of a full-sized air fryer in the palm of your hand. Adding 2 pounds of tots. It's like this until you put the power pot on top. Press the mode until we're on max crispy right there. Now set the timer for 20 minutes. All right, so it's not too loud, it's doing its thing, and Bailey is keeping an eye on to make sure the 10-minute mark isn't passed. We just hit the 10-minute mark, so I think I'm supposed to just lift this off of here. Now I'm supposed to stir this up. Put the power pod back on the unit and hit the start button. All right, 1 minute left. Let's take it off here. Oh, it's sizzling. We have sizzle going on. They're pretty brown and crispy, so whoa, steam. Now I'm supposed to add the 2 cups of cheese here. These are crispy. All right, so we have 1 more minute left, and these should be delicious tater tots. There we go. And that's what we got. Let's sprinkle some bacon on here, some bacon bits. That looks pretty delicious to me. What do you guys think? So what do you guys think? After 10 minutes, I had to flip it. 2 minutes left, I added the cheese. And then at the end, I added the bacon. Let's give this a taste. It smells good. I'm kind of looking forward to this. One more bite for educational purposes. That came out great. So what I can do now is add the lid, and this is ready to go. I wouldn't say this is my favorite Ninja product I've ever tested, but if you don't mind keeping an eye on your food, and especially if you're short on space, I do think most people will like it. Now, I've used this one a lot since my review is over, probably at least once a week, and here's how it's held up. As you can see, they look no worse for wear. I put in the dishwasher. There is no damage, no wear and tear. These look great. So I probably use the big container much more than the small one, and I've used them mostly for warming food up rather than cooking from scratch, but they have held up beautifully. Only very recently did it get bumped off my counter for another product I'm testing long term, but this is a product I used a lot and I've recommended all the time, so I'm a big fan of the Ninja Crispi. Number 612 was the Cuisinart soft serve ice cream maker, which was an interesting one to try out. Let's see how my test went. Let's take a look at the Cuisinart soft serve ice cream maker. I paid $179.95 for this. Now they claim that you can make soft serve ice cream, yogurt, sorbet with this double insulated freezer bowl that makes 1.5 quarts of ice cream. First thing you gotta do is prepare the ingredients and then chill it. 1 cup of whole milk, 3/4 cup of sugar, pinch of salt, 2 cups of heavy cream, tablespoon of vanilla extract. Just kind of gently mix this together. So now we gotta cover it and chill it and then make some ice cream. Pouring the mix into the unit. All right, so that's what we've got in there. So I'll check back in a half an hour and hopefully we have some nice soft serve ice cream. We shall see. Oh, woo! And we have something. We have something. It's coming out slowly, but we have something. Oh, the nuts are working. How about the sprinkles? Oh, the sprinkles came out of there. Oh, there's sprinkles everywhere. It's kind of coming out pretty slow. That's what we got inside there. Hopefully in a half an hour we have some beautiful chocolate ice cream. Taking a peek inside, it looks like ice cream. It looks like ice cream to me. It goes very slow, look at that. It reminds me of something else. What does that remind me of? It's chaos in here, oh man. Oh, look at that. Taste-wise, it's pretty good. I was kind of wondering how this recipe was gonna be. It's not bad. There's what we got. So come back in about a half hour. Hopefully it's delicious frozen yogurt. Oh, it's coming out slowly. Maybe it's already 2 done. It's plopping out of there, it's plopping. It's more firm than I expected after only 20 minutes. So I guess that's maybe good, I don't know. The topping dispensers were kind of all over the place. Sometimes it seemed to work, sometimes it didn't, and it dispenses off center. If it were me, I would spend the extra 20 bucks and go with the Ninja Creamy, which is more versatile. It delivers better results and it's easy to clean. So in the end, I decided this one was a little bit too big, a little bit too slow and inconsistent for me to use long term. I really didn't want to fiddle with all that, especially after I got the Ninja Swirl. So this one ended up in the donation pile. Number 613 was a music hat and some glowing ice cubes, kind of a random collection, but I wanted to try them out and here's what happened. This is the music hat. In fact, it says music hat right on the side.
Power on.
All right, power on, we are set. Double click this to connect to my phone. Right now I hear absolutely no bass whatsoever. I can't feel these buttons whatsoever. I can't feel them. I'm pressing it. It's not real responsive. It seems like half the presses it's ignoring. I think at this point, if I was gonna listen to music out and I wanted to hear my surroundings, I'd use the Shocks. The bone conduction earphones, not these, because those at least have bass. These don't. And if it was cold, I'd probably do the Bluetooth beanie. Because watch, cars coming by, not gonna hear anything. Car coming by, news is gone. These are supposedly lighted ice cubes, but they're not actually ice, they don't get cold. This one's almost dead. Come on, man. All right, so I've got 12 cubes here. 2 of them are duds. Every other press turns it on and off. These aren't really a flashing mode. Do I have a flashing mode here? There's one. All right, we got something. I'm gonna leave that one on. They say they're non-toxic cubes that can transform your drink into a dazzling experience. I can already tell some of these aren't gonna last very long. Now before we test out the ice cubes, let's try out these glowing straws that I thought would pair well with them. They claim that you'll stand out in a crowd with these bright glowing straws, ideal for parties, holidays, or events. Taking a look at the soda glass, it looks pretty good. The water glass looks really nice. The Powerade, it looks unimpressive because the cube is kind of dim and the liquid is darker. Beer glass looks really nice. And the wine glass looks pretty good too. The straws are kind of disappointing. They don't really stand out compared to these ice cubes. By themselves, you can see that they glow, but compared to the cubes, not so much. Adding ice to it, let's see. It just wants to float to the top pretty much. I mean, it still looks good though. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty nice. Now the hat isn't really something I expected to use, and I didn't. The ice cubes I left out thinking maybe I'd use it around the holidays. I didn't use those either. So they were fun to try, but they ended up in the Boneyard. Number 614 was the Crayola Color Wonder, which is a mess-free way for kids to paint. Here's how my test went. The Color Wonder Magic Light Brush. The claims that you get mess-free coloring with 6 Color Wonder paints and 18 blank Color Wonder sheets. Now supposedly the handle knows what color you're touching, so right here, let's try red. Oh, and it goes red. I'm not even touching it. Orange, yellow, oh, green, blue, purple. It says stroke the bristles against the color pad. An invisible layer of paint will stick to the brush. Now we can supposedly write. And oh, pretty cool. See, it starts off kind of blue and then it fades slowly to green, which is kind of interesting. Let's do a purple band inside, just like this. I like how it magically appears. That's very cool. I'll do another band of orange right there. Kind of weird when you first put it on there, you're really not sure what color it's going to end up looking like. All right, what do you guys think? Does that look like an Easter egg or a planet, or what is that? I'm going to do a house. I feel like you kind of have to keep reapplying it because it gets streaky if you don't. These are my birds. Just kind of go with it. These are birds. They're abstract birds, but they're birds. Trust me, they're birds. It's not quite the same as painting, but it's pretty close. If you got a little kid, especially one that you're kind of afraid might make a mess, this could be something that might be worth trying. Now, obviously this isn't something that I use long term, but I did think it was pretty cool. But I did give mine away. I've recommended to a lot of parents, and the feedback I've got has been generally positive. The only complaint I've gotten is that some people don't like to have special paper, but otherwise, a lot of people think this is a great product. Number 615 was a collection of breakfast gadgets, a pour-over coffee maker and a bubble waffle maker. Let's flash back to my review and see how that went. Let's take a look at this bubble waffle maker. I paid $36.99 for this. They claim that it's a bubble waffle maker, also known as an egg waffle maker. It looks delicious. Now open this up and apply some oil to both plates. Now about 2/3 cup right in the dead center here. Close it and immediately flip. We're pushing 3 minutes now. Let's pull this out of here. So I guess I have to just unplug it to turn it off. I'll do that. I'm gonna flip it one more time. Let's see what we got here. Looks like I could have added a little bit more batter, not too much. I'm pretty close here on the first try, not bad really. Here we go, what do you guys think? Texture-wise, it looks beautiful. I'm gonna pull a piece off here. Look at that, not bad at all. Oh, it tastes good. It tastes good. That's a good recipe. Pour over coffee maker. I paid $28.99 for this. Now they claim that it's a pour over coffee maker with this wooden neck. First thing you're supposed to do is add the filter basket right there. Next up, we're gonna add our coffee grounds. We have coffee coming out. It smells good. It looks like it's working pretty well. All right, it smells like coffee in here. I think it's done. I'm just gonna put it on a plate right here because it is kind of dripping a little bit. Looks like a nice fresh cup of coffee. It smells good. Now for the most important test, the taste test. It is quite good. I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest. Now I did leave these out and use them a few times, but I didn't really find them to be useful enough to leave them out long term, so these ended up in the donation pile. Number 616 is an interesting one called the Egloo, which is advertised as kind of a hybrid candle and heater. Let's see how my review went. Take a look at the Egloo. They claim that it's a portable space heater that heats, scents, and humidifies small rooms while adding a gentle glow. Now we're supposed to kind of even this out and let the wicks show through. Now they say we can add up to 10 drops of this fragrance. This is the Mela Granada. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're supposed to place the grill on top of the unit. Now we add the small dome on top of that and the large dome on top of that. It looks like a giant hamburger. It looks like a giant hamburger. They should call it the Hamloo instead of the Egloo. I'm gonna turn the lights off and see how it looks with a little bit of darker atmosphere. First impressions are that it looks very nice. It's a very attractive look to it. The scent is very pleasant. It's not too overpowering, although I'm standing right over it. I put my hand over it. It definitely feels hot. That feels hot. Looking inside, that's what we got down there. It's pretty warm. The higher I get, the warmer it gets. Down here, it's actually almost on the cool side. I'm not sure it's really a space heater per se, but it certainly has warmth when you put your hands over it. All right, so it went out a little while ago. It lasted about 5 hours. I let it cool off. Let's take a look. And that is clean as a whistle. There is nothing left in there. Look at that. It's all completely gone. Now you might be surprised. This is one I continue to use. Here it is, looks no worse for wear, and I've used it quite a bit. I used it mostly in the wintertime, but I've pulled it out again to use this winter. Didn't really use it much in the summertime. Once in a while, you'll have to kind of clean this out, and that's a bit of a pain, but otherwise, I haven't had any problems with it. I never really felt like I was using it as a heater. It's more just a nice candle display. But it was a nice enough display that I'm gonna use it again this winter. Number 617 was a couple of measuring gadgets that looked too interesting not to review. Let's see how my original review went. Let's take a look at these Polygons measuring spoons. The claims that these are flat measuring spoons. That's pretty flat. Each one can be folded into 3 different sizes. First up, oh, they say you're supposed to grab it from the top here when you're scooping out, so the magnets stick together. All right, so that's 1 tablespoon. Let's pour it into this tablespoon to make sure it's actually accurate. All right, that does seem to be about right. Half a teaspoon. Pour into this half teaspoon. And it does seem accurate. All right. That's 1 teaspoon, half a teaspoon, and 1/4 teaspoon. I don't know, I kind of like it. Now I think what you can do is open this up and then use it like a knife. But it's so flimsy. How are you gonna spread that? Oh, this is not good for spreading. Get out of here with that. Come on. Will it stick to my fridge? It does stick to the fridge. In this nondescript box is the Honey Can Do sugar dispenser. The claims are that you can get perfect portion control with sugar, salt, or other sweeteners. All right, so I'm just gonna pour some sugar in here and see what happens. I think this is the feature where you can just do a dash of sugar. Let's see. Oh yeah, just a little pinch of it. That's kind of nice. I'm gonna put it right below it and see what happens. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is a half teaspoon. Maybe it is. So right now I can do two measures. I can do a pinch, which is out of the top from this dial right here. Pinch. Or I can do a half teaspoon from the bottom. You might be surprised to find out that I'm still using polygon spoons. Actually, I only use the big one, and I only use it for one measurement, and that is 2 tablespoons. This is the only 2 tablespoon measurement tool I have, so I use it quite a bit. But as you can see, it's held up quite well. I've run it the dishwasher probably almost once a week since I read my review, and it really is no worse for wear. So I would say this one has got more use and turned out better than I expected. Number 618 was a collection of holiday-themed gadgets. Let's flash back to my original review and see how that went. Let's take a look at this Christmas light charging cable. I paid $12.99 for this on Amazon. Now the claims are that it's a USB-C charging cable that lights up a strand of Christmas lights, available in Lightning or USB-C models. All right, so my phone is at 22%. I have the Lightning version. Let's plug it in. All right, well, some people said it didn't charge at all. That is not the case for me. It is charging. Now, it definitely looks good when the lights are off, but even when the lights on, it still looks kind of nice. I mean, if someone's charging their phone with this, that's kind of cool, actually. All right, it's been an hour. Let's check it out here now. So after 1 hour, we went from about 22 to 48%. So a total of 26% in 1 hour. This is the Talking Mr. Predicto. I paid $16.95 for this. They claim that you can ask it a question and he'll speak the answer. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All right, here we go. First question. Mr. Predicto, will Bailey beg me for a treat today? Ooh.
Ask later when the time is right.
Ask later when the time is right. Will this review get over 100,000 views?
Without hesitation, yes.
Nice. Let's take a look at these Christmas drink pouches. I paid $11.99 for a 24 pack. So the claims are that it's a set of 24 pouches with 8 different designs, includes 24 plastic straws. All right, so let me see. It is not leaking. It's not leaking. That's good. So now we should be able to close this zipper here, and how leak-proof is it? And oh, it's looking pretty leak-proof. The way I understand this is you're supposed to put the straw through one of these holes here and into the beverage, and then you can kind of close a zipper around it. So that's where they're showing it. And then you have enough bendy straw here, you could actually make a little design if you wanted to. Let's see how it works. It works, it works. Now the charging cable isn't great, it's very slow, but it does look cool, and I used it throughout the holidays last year. Mr. Predicto I gave away, and they've been enjoying it ever since then, and the holiday pouches I never used at all. Kind of a mixed bag, but it was fun to try them out. Number 619 was a Philips pasta maker, which promised fresh pasta in minutes. It seemed like a bold claim, and let's see how my test went. Philips pasta noodle maker, I paid $99.95 for this. Currently has a 4.3 star rating on Amazon with over 1,800 reviews. Also on Amazon's Choice. Now the claims are that you can automatically knead and extrude 2 to 3 servings of fresh pasta in just 18 minutes. 3 classic shapes, spaghetti, penne, and fettuccine. Now what we're supposed to do is use their provided measuring cup for 200 grams of flour. I've measured this out, it's 200 grams. And press the button. Next up, we take their included cup, add egg, and then fill it the rest of the way until it's 80 grams. And then just mix it up right there in the cup. It looked like it started and then it stopped. Oh, and it started up again. It started up again. Very interesting. I'm gonna cut another strand of this. All right, it just stopped, and I think this is it. I don't know. It just switched directions again. All right, it beeped this time. I think it's done for sure. Let's go cook this up and see how it tastes. All right, this is ready to eat. Here we go. Looking pretty good. What do you guys think? It looks pretty good. It looks perfect. A little olive oil on there, a little seasoning. Here we go. Good, perfect. Let's do shaping disc number 2. We're gonna have some penne next. Oh yeah, we do. Now the spaghetti, it seemed like the first little bit wasn't that useful, but then it kind of took shape, so to speak. It's not quite the shape I expected. It's a little bit different. I mean, that's not visually what I wanted, but let's take a taste and see if it tastes right. My nice curled penne pasta. I could play around with some recipes to get the consistency right, but I think I'm kind of stuck with that shape. So if you don't mind the shape, it works pretty well. It tastes good too. So in the end, it was a bit too much work. The results were kind of inconsistent. It just seemed like a lot of fiddling for something like that. So it's not something I continue to use, and it ended up in the donation pile. Number 620 was a collection of 5 viral products from Temu, and let's see what happened in that video. In this high-end packaging is a stainless steel manual egg opener. I paid $2.25 for this, and nothing's happening. It is not even breaking the shell. Come on now, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna actually use these fingers and push it down. Oh, I got something. Oh, I got it. That worked. Let's see what we got here. There's a big chunk of shell just dangling wanting to drop in there, but it hasn't yet. This is a dental floss dispenser. On here, this is dental floss box. Oh yeah, very satisfying. Now this is what their picks look like, which is pretty standard. Now I've got a name brand one right here. Let's try those instead. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna fit. I don't think it's gonna fit. Look at that. 2 of the most popular brands it will not hold. And it's great when it fits, but the popular models don't fit. Doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. A 6-cube, 1-click ice cube tray. I paid $6.49 for this. I can see why this is just 1 drink worth of ice. It's not that much. If I smash this closed, it's going to spill water all in there. I did it. And here we go, out of the freezer about 24 hours later. I actually got it in the glass. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it worked. A manual juicer I saw going around online. I paid $5.65 for this. According to their video, this would be about 10 glasses of juice though. Okay, I'm squeezing. I don't really feel anything happening. Oh, I'm squeezing. Oh, something's happening now. Oh, and juice is coming out of the other side. All right, oh, it's squirting. It's actually sprayed onto the table. Half an orange for that much juice? I don't know about that. Peanut shellers. I got 2 sticking out there and they're just kind of blocking the way. Look at this, just turning, just turning. I'm gonna do one at a time. I have to actually like push it in there and put my finger in the gears. And then we're supposed to shake this. And then only the peanuts will fall below, nothing else, just the peanuts. And that's what we got. I mean, it's mostly peanuts. Maybe it's kind of, sort of working. In short, unfortunately, I never used any of them long term. They were fun to try, but my review really is as far as those products went. As with every update video, that was kind of a nice collection. I would say my favorite of the bunch would be the Ninja Crispi, which got a lot of use. I would say the biggest surprise would be the Polygon spoon. I never expected to use that long term, and I did. But that's all I've got. I'll be back in about another month with my next update video. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.